on Monday and Tuesday, and in fact lasting on throughout much of the week.
As Ukraine endures a power crisis, join our teams bringing you the latest developments in this war.
This hospital has been without heating for almost a week.
Those people who are still staying in the town are too afraid to go out.
There's no power here. People, they just pass you like shadows.
See the headlines as they happen with breaking news alerts in the app, and get the full story with bbc.com/news. Follow the story for all the latest with BBC News.
This is BBC News. I'm Vishala, Sri-Pathma. Our top stories. Celebrating the new year, this is London, where crowds returned for the first time since the COVID pandemic. And the Scottish capital, Edinburgh, marked Hogmanay with spectacular fireworks over the castle. More Russian missiles land in Kyiv in the early hours of the new year, following a day of attacks. And tributes from world leaders to the former Pope Benedict XVI, who's died at the age of 95. Hello and welcome to BBC News. New Year celebrations are taking place across Western Europe and Africa. Crowds are in the streets of capitals from Warsaw and Stockholm in the east to Brussels, Paris, Madrid and also Edinburgh and London, where 2023 is now an hour old. It's the first time since the pandemic began that large-scale events have taken place. Well, our correspondent Greg Mackenzie has been soaking up the atmosphere amongst the many thousands of revellers.
I'm absolutely speechless. That was a 12-minute spectacular, the biggest firework display in the entire Europe, having taken place just a few minutes ago. I mean, an incredible way to start the new year. Big Ben, the chimes, the bongs of Big Ben started, as did the fireworks over here at the London Eye. Iconic around the world, a 12-minute spectacular extravaganza. I'm absolutely speechless, having watched it right here, and just behind us are hundreds of thousands, well, 100,000 people who managed to get tickets. And now you can hear that famous song, Old Lang Syne, which is just playing in the background. People cheering and celebrating to 2023. There were messages being played out with those fireworks, a message from the Queen, a message from the Mayor in terms of the year just gone. 2022 is no more, and we now focus on the new year 2023. And let's try and whiz the camera around and see if we can have a chat with some people here. And I mean, what did you make of that?
Hey, Happy New Year, everyone!
What did you make of it? Amazing.
Oh, it was great. It was great.
Was it worth the journey, the wait?
It was worth the wait and the journey and everything.
Yeah.
It was great.
And what about yourself?
Yeah, it is worth it. It's very nice.
Yeah. And what about yourselves?
I'm so excited and so amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, exciting. I mean, that was a show and a half, right? So give us one cheer, say Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Well, there you have it. So, I mean, it's just been an incredible atmosphere here all night. People have gathered from all over the world. You have people from China here, people from Syria, people from Croatia, America, Canada. I mean, all nationalities here celebrating, and really a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for many to be here in London tonight. And of course, the fireworks weren't here 2 years ago because of the pandemic, the coronavirus pandemic. So they're back now and have been one of the best shows in Europe and one of the biggest.
Well, Scotland has also been celebrating the New Year, or Hogmanay as it's known there, with its own spectacular fireworks display. As with London, it's the first time in 3 years that the event has not been limited by COVID pandemic restrictions. The event was held in Edinburgh with the fireworks launched from around the castle, which stands in the centre of the city. Well, our correspondent Alexandra Mackenzie was in Edinburgh for the festivities. She sent us this update.
Edinburgh welcomed in 2023 in style. There's nothing quite like Hogmanay in Scotland. And Edinburgh welcomed back the street party this year because of coronavirus. It was the first one in 3 years. There were around 30,000 people here in Princes Street in Edinburgh. When it turned midnight, they sang Auld Lang Syne, they Ceilidh danced and just had a great time enjoying the party. It didn't matter that it was a bit dreich, as we say here in Scotland. It was quite cold, it was rainy, but everyone just forgot the weather and had a good old party. Also, Edinburgh Castle behind us, there were fireworks there throughout the night, and then the grand finale at midnight to bring in 2023, 6 minutes of fireworks. It was just absolutely spectacular. And also down in Princes Street Gardens, 10,000 people enjoyed the music, the entertainment. The Pet Shop Boys are continuing there as people here are continuing to enjoy the party. Although we've gone into 2023, people here don't want to go home, they want to still enjoy the great atmosphere here in Edinburgh Hogmanay tonight.
Turning to Ukraine now, and the New Year celebration has been rather more restrained. In the capital, Kyiv, there was a curfew an hour before midnight. There have been reports of missile strikes in the city in the early hours of Sunday morning, and air raid sirens have been sounding across the country. President Zelensky released his New Year message before that happened. Here's what he had to say to his fellow Ukrainians.
We fight and will continue to fight. For the sake of the main word, victory. It will be for sure. We have been approaching it for 311 days. We gave it a lot of strength. But at the moment, when it seems that you can't go any further, remember that we have already passed with you.
There's also been a muted New Year celebration in Moscow. Residents have had to go without any firework display after authorities closed the Red Square, citing COVID restrictions. Russia's President Vladimir Putin has also broadcast a New Year's message, filmed standing in front of a group of Russian military personnel and putting across his view of the invasion of Ukraine.
For years, the Western elites have hypocritically assured us of all their peaceful intentions.